Hi Libra, this is Star with Ariana. Start with your forecast for August 2025. I will use the ID Tarot for your overall energy amongst other decks for your reading. This is a general reading, so for a personalized reading as well as for deck purchase, feel free to reach us at the email address given below. Let's just understand what the universe brings this August. I do have the 10 of cups. Now this brought a smile to my face, so you can expect gains. I think rewards are going to be commensurate to your effort. This is a bag of cherries, so it's like the month is going to be quite like the icing on the cake. Or with that cherry, you're going to be also someone who is picking your options. Maybe there are offers, that is why you're going to benefit. I think you should ink those deals quickly to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You also need to focus on your sixth sense, do some spiritual practice. Within the home front, there could be someone who could bother you, or even with respect to personal relationships. But then overall, you can expect contentment. Sudden developments will also mark August, so Librans, be prepared for such changes. The final days of July stepping into August, I do have the Fool card, and another card that flipped in your reading is the Queen of Cups. You were someone who was very intuitive, very creative. You also needed to maintain your composure because it was very likely that you were troubled on account of being overwhelmed on account of the situation that you found yourself in. Possibly some Librans, you also wanted to start afresh. You wanted to make travel plans, or discussions were centering around a journey. Maybe on the work front, there was someone who was trying to pull the rug from under your feet. That is why you wanted to throw in the towel, you wanted to resign. But then do keep in mind, Librans, that you will be proved right eventually. Or even if others expected you to do some soul searching, over time it will be proved that you were correct in your assumptions and you were correct in your deductions. So this time will also pass. You also had the gift of the gap. That is why members of the opposite sex were charmed by your abilities. Whether your way with words or even your physical allure. Obstacles to overcome this month or the challenges. I do have the 10 of Pentacles. Now you do want contentment, and I had another 10 in your reading. So 210 talks about opportunities, employment opportunities for that matter, a stroke of good luck, gains. So work hard to make those opportunities count. You also need to maintain your composure and poise. You also need to compromise, because you're going to be someone who could stick adamantly to your point of view. Maybe you feel that others are ignoring you, or that you're sidelined. Your opinions don't matter within the home front, but you're not going to give an inch away. Oftentimes, it would be prudent to keep to yourself, to hold your tongue, rather than let the situation get the better of you. Influences for this month, I do have the 3 of Cups. Like I said, you need to keep to yourself, but then this card is outlining that you need to be social. You also need to make your way for that party or social do, because you're going to come across new friends and acquaintances. Maybe you can also tap into these contacts. You can network and you will benefit on account of these contacts. Promote yourself. You also need to work on enhancing your skills when it comes to the social media. Incidentally, many of you could also be concerned about a younger person. So in case you are a parent, you could be concerned about your child or someone's health. The first 10 days of August is the Temperance card. Patience is the key. Slow and steady wins the race. I think the universe is expecting you to maintain harmony and patience when it comes to your personal relationships or when it comes to work. You have to bear with the delays, but you can't take heart from the fact that you're going to make progress, or that you are going to be able to achieve what you set out to do. I think you also should avoid getting worked up for nothing. There is jealousy and rivalry that you have to counter. There could also be squabbles. Maybe your home life is also something which is leaving you disturbed. Perhaps Librans, you also need to be careful because others could accuse you of being self-centered. Again, networking is the key. Payment will also come in. Maybe taxation issues could also leave you a bit bothered. Because of these taxes, you could be a bit concerned as the money is flowing out. Some of you could also be too overburdened on account of the oppressive work environment, but then a winner never quit, Librans. Surprises are certainly in store for you in the next 10 days, 11 to 20th August. I think there'll be outstation work offers. Maybe your contacts with people far and wide is also going to bring in openings for you. But try not to be too pushy when it comes to dealing with clients because it could rub them the wrong way. Maybe they think that you're being very overbearing. Because they could be put off by a person who is always bothering them. It's a very thin line. You shouldn't cross that line. There'll be distractions. Maybe you will get up early, you will work late into the night because there are going to be visitors or guests. This could also eat into your work hours. You should seek divine intervention. You should also assist others. Maybe you should help creatures great and small at this time. Be open-handed. Communication certainly is going to bring in gains for you. You also need to take an advance from clients before you let them avail of your services. Those of you in the leadership position, appreciation is also on the cards. You are going to be much admired with this card. You're going to be enjoying your place in the sun because you have brought in a lot of changes. Maybe you don't want to blow your own trumpet, but then you have to highlight your contribution. The management or the administrator does feel that you have a vision, you're very disciplined, and that you are someone who is ready for bigger responsibilities. Perhaps the management or the administrator is also going to ask you to keep your ears close to the ground and keep him informed about whatever is underway within the work environment. The final days of the month, that is 21st to 31st August, is the Page of Wands. Now this is a time when you could be a bit concerned. Maybe you want clarity. Maybe you want to unearth the real purpose of your life. This could be true for those of you who are looking for better opportunities. Communication is definitely going to increase at this time also. But then, sometimes things are not in our hands. We depend upon another person to act quickly, but then there are those delays. That is why you could be a bit unsure about how you should proceed with respect to a particular matter. This is also the time when you can rectify past mistakes. Still, there are those moments, Librans, when you'll be a bit withdrawn. You may have disagreements with loved ones over their failure to follow instructions. I think you also need to focus on learning with Lenormand's book coming up in your reading. Maybe you should spend time in the library. While working, I think your creativity will be in full swing at this time. Maybe you also are a bit impatient, so this is also allowing you to accomplish much, but then review the tasks before you can proceed or before you can submit it to the boss. Pay attention or focus. As a leader, I think you need to be more accommodating rather than be authoritative. Maybe you want everything done right away, and this could mean that you are very demanding. Be patient with others around you, your juniors for that matter. Also, I think there are going to be strange dreams, omens, and experiences, so pay attention to that. From the Divine Messages Oracle, I do have the card Innate Abilities. So with wands coming up in your reading, you're going to be very creative. These are gifts that the universe has bestowed upon you. These are talents that you need to work on, as doing the same could pay huge dividends. Maybe you also need to cultivate a hobby or a pastime. With respect to your love life, I do have the card unrequited love. So this could be true for some of you. Maybe you have feelings for someone, but this person isn't going to be forthcoming. Maybe this person is putting limitations on himself or on this relationship or connection. Gone, disappeared is another card. This could also be true for you. Maybe you're getting a lot of attention from those whom you're acquainted with. This could also be a friend who could renew his affections for you, but then you're not going to be someone who is interested and could spurn this person's advances. On the social media also, unwanted attention is going to be there for many Librans. Gone, disappeared. So physical distance can also arise in a relationship for some Librans. Maybe your person is traveling for work, or there's separation on the cards for some of you. Incidentally, wedding bells has also come up in your reading. Some of you do want to settle down. Maybe you're making your way for a wedding and you could come across someone who fancies you there. I think some of you could also be in a third party situation. You want to be in the arms of your beloved. Maybe you could talk about your unhappy romance with those who care to listen. These could be guests or even your child. You do want to get away from this relationship. Perhaps you're also contemplating separation with the card gone, disappeared, also with the courthouse. Maybe you're weighing the pros and cons, or some of you could also be embroiled in a legal battle. So pay attention, says the universe. Maybe you should also seek the good counsel or good advice of a lawyer this month. I think in case you're married, your in-laws will also try to rattle you. Could also be bickering or resorting to backbiting, so you should ignore such barbs if you want to strengthen your relationship this August. I hope Librans you liked your reading. This is Star with Ariana Stark. Do give us your feedback in the comment section. This is Ariana Stark signing off. Take care. Bye. Till the next time.